How to freeze bread properly? You might not realize how many mistakes you're making when it comes to freezing bread. Often we buy too much, and before we can finish it, it starts to mold. The solution is freezing, but doing it the right way matters. Here's how to effectively freeze bread and avoid common pitfalls to preserve its flavor and quality. Don't store bread in plastic containers. This will cause it to lose its taste and texture, making it far from fresh once thawed. Avoid thin plastic bags as well, because they allow air to collect, leaving the bread less appetizing after defrosting. Also, never freeze bread in plastic shopping bags, such as those used for groceries or vegetables. Instead, try using parchment paper to separate slices. This prevents them from sticking together and makes it easier to remove only the amount you need later. Always freeze bread in small, airtight Ziploc bags to keep air out. Use the top freezer drawer for bread storage, as it tends to be less cold and more convenient. By employing these strategies and steering clear of common errors, you can enjoy your favorite bread for weeks to come. Throw bread into boiling milk. You'll be shocked at what kind of dish you can whip up from this. Take regular bread and tear it into smaller pieces by hand. Then pour 1 liter of milk into a pot and cook it on low heat until it boils. Once the milk boils, add the bread. Cook the bread in the milk for about 3 minutes. Then, using tongs, remove the bread and place it in a bowl. The remaining milk in the pot won't be needed anymore. Let the bread cool slightly. In the meantime, prepare an egg mixture. Crack 3 eggs into a bowl and add some spices. Use a mixer to beat the eggs into a thick foam. Add this egg mixture to the bowl with the bread and mix again until you achieve a fairly smooth consistency. Then pour the mixture into a round buttered baking pan. Place it in the oven for 10 minutes at 200 degrees. After that time, take out the base and move on to the next step of the recipe. Spread tomato sauce over the base, then add grated cheese. The next ingredient is salami. Lay the salami slices over the cheese. You can also add your favorite vegetables. I used corn, mushrooms, and bell peppers. Place the dish back in the oven for about 7 minutes. After that time, take it out and serve it as pizza. It tastes perfect, and you'll definitely make it again. Your tomato paste will never go moldy again. Tomato paste is a versatile addition to many dishes, but unfortunately, it only lasts a few days in the fridge after opening before it starts to mold. I'll show you the best way to store it. Take some baking paper and cut it into equal pieces, preferably squares. Lay 1 piece flat, then spread 1 tablespoon of tomato paste on it. Place another square of paper on top and press down gently with a glass. Repeat until you've used the whole jar. You don't have to worry about wasting food. This method is quick and easy. Then, place all the paper pieces with the paste into a Ziploc bag and freeze them. Once frozen, the paste can stay fresh for a month or even longer. Just grab a slice from the freezer whenever you need tomato paste. It's the best way to keep it fresh, and you'll never have to throw it away again. Pour water into a bag, and you'll never need to buy ice again. Here's a simple method. Use a standard Ziploc bag. Place the bag under the tap and fill it with lukewarm water about halfway up, and seal it. Lay it flat. Take 2 long toothpicks and some rubber bands. Place 1 toothpick under the bag and the other on top, dividing the bag in half. Secure the toothpicks with rubber bands on the sides. Make sure the bag is tightly sealed. This will help keep the ice block evenly shaped as it freezes. Hold the toothpicks and place the bag in the freezer, laying it flat. Leave it there for about 3 hours. Once frozen, remove the bag from the freezer and check that the ice is solid. This large ice block is perfect for chilling drinks in a pitcher. It's a simple and effective way to cool down when you need it most, keeping you ready for hot days. Freeze lemons and grate them to discover their amazing properties. How do you use lemons? Perhaps, like most people, just for garnishing dishes or adding a slice to your tea? Or maybe you squeeze the juice and mix it with water? If you think drinking lemon juice is enough, you're mistaken. Lemons have so much more to offer. Few people use them to their full potential. It's time to change that. Freezing lemons will provide extra benefits. A frozen lemon retains all its properties and more. To freeze a lemon, first wash it. Fill a bowl with water and add apple cider vinegar. The vinegar will remove toxins from the lemon. Wash the lemons, then dry them. You can let them air dry for a few hours, then place them in the freezer. The next day, remove them and grate them with the peel. Lemon peel boosts the immune system, fights inflammation, cleanses the kidneys, detoxifies the liver, regulates blood pressure, eases depression symptoms, helps fight cancer, and prevents asthma. Instead of just drinking lemon juice, try making smoothies with the whole lemon, including the peel. Grate the entire lemon, seeds and all, and transfer it to a jar. Seal it and store it in the freezer. This is the best way to keep it. Use it as an addition to cocktails, desserts, breakfast cereals, or meals. It's excellent for strengthening, cleansing, and detoxifying your body. Here is a tried-and-true recipe for a nutritious dinner. Start by cutting toast bread into small cubes, just as you usually do for croutons. Don't throw away the crusts. Instead, cut them into smaller pieces. Next, put them in a jar with milk and leave them for a while. Meanwhile, place the chopped bread on a baking sheet and put it in a preheated oven at 100 degrees Celsius. Bake it for about 10 minutes until it is crispy. Now, prepare the meat. Take 300 grams of chicken breast and cut it into smaller pieces. Cut 1 onion into 4 parts. Add the onion and chicken breast to a food processor or blender. After a moment, add the milk-soaked crusts. Transfer the blender's contents to a bowl. Add salt and pepper to taste. To improve the consistency, add 2 egg yolks. Mix everything well. The next step is forming the cutlets. Prepare a bowl of ice-cold water. On another tray, place the pre-toasted bread and the meat mixture. Wet your hands in the water and take a bit of the meat mixture. Shape the meat into an oval shape. Then coat it in the bread. Turn it over so that the cutlet is covered on both sides. Heat a pan over medium heat with a little oil. When it is ready, place the cutlets one by one and fry until they are golden on each side. Remove them and place them on a paper towel for a few minutes to get rid of the excess fat. You will be amazed at how tasty they are and how quickly they can be prepared. Pozharsky cutlets are nothing more than ground chicken cutlets, but made a bit differently. They have been a staple in our home for years, and the whole family enjoys them. Flourless bread. Its baking method is quite surprising. Start by placing 500 grams of cottage cheese into a bowl. Next, add 40 grams of flax seeds. Also pour in 300 grams of oats. Add pumpkin seeds. Add a tablespoon each of baking powder and salt. Take 3 large eggs, crack them, and add them to the mixture. This will help create the perfect consistency. Then, blend the mixture into a fairly smooth mass using a blender. Thoroughly mix all the ingredients with the blender. Finally, add pumpkin seeds. Spread the dough on a baking mat, shape it into a loaf, and transfer it to a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Bake the bread at 180 degrees Celsius for 60 minutes. After that time, the bread is ready. Its crust is perfectly crispy, and the cottage cheese is completely undetectable. Once cooled, store the loaf in a jar to keep it fresh. Enjoy a healthy, high-fiber snack.